Hi guys, this is Genevieve Plays Rise of Berk, and today we are talking about the Goliam collection. This is going to be hard for me to say the entire time, because in my head it's Goliam, but I know it's actually probably meant to be Goliam, like Goliath from the Bible, so I will probably say both throughout this video. This is going to be a quick video, because this is already a little late, because I already have Goliam, so I had to wait until I could get screenshots from somebody who didn't in order to make this video. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to tell you why I'm making a video for him. Look at those wood stats. Look at those wood stats. 26.3 million wood. That is beautiful, beautiful wood stats. But on top of that, his iron stats are really, really, really amazing. If we look in the Book of Dragons, which I'm not going to do right now, he is ranked 3rd in the Book of Dragons just for iron amount. He does gather for 8 hours for a while and then eventually becomes 7 hours. But if you're not using him for wood, I mean, you can use him for wood or use him for iron. I use him for iron most of the time. He's a pretty solid dragon. Get him! Like, totally, just get him! Okay. I think I made my point. So, I don't feel like talking about how collections work. If you haven't seen one of my videos, pause on these screens to read the slides. It basically explains it. If you want to hear me explain it, I explain it in other videos. So there's the first page. Here's the second page. You can pause and read. Here is our third page about costumes. You can pause and read. Here is my fourth page about other collections. You can pause and read. Okay, let's go. So this is our collection. So the person who sent me these screenshots, they did already have some items when they sent me these screenshots. This was Spar from Discord who sent me these screenshots, so thank you, Spar. So let's go ahead and look item by item. I am actually going to go in these in order. Technically, normally this guy would be the hardest item, but it's not, so we'll see. Okay, first item as usual is pretty easy. Time cost is an hour with a chance of 90%. You can get up to 5 items per bag. I am going to tell you though, I should have included this in the first part, I'm not going back now. I am making some slight changes in how I represent total time, because I realized when I was making my toothless video that my total times are entirely pessimistic, as if you're only getting 1 item per bag. But the different items, you can get more than 1 item in a bag. So I'm going to represent total time as a spread from most optimistic to most pessimistic, and your experience should be somewhere in between. So for this item, your pessimistic time is 9 hours, your optimistic time is 2 hours. So maybe that would look like doing an hour and a half search and a half-hour search, but that is really optimistic. Most likely it's going to be somewhere in between. Any of these searches are fine based on your playing style. Second item, the time cost is 3 hours. Our optimistic time is 7.5 hours. Our pessimistic time is 30 hours. Your experience will likely be somewhere in between. Because of the time cost of 3 hours, I recommend that you stick to the 3-hour time for maximum efficiency. Alright, this one is harder than the other two, but not as hard as the last one. So this one does have an awkward time cost of 6 hours, and none of these slots fit into that time. So what I would recommend for this one, well, the total time ranges from 17 to 34 hours. So it'll take you a minimum of 17 hours to get all of these. That's like optimistic. So sorry about that, guys. So if you want to aim for the optimistic total time, there's not even a good combination of that. You could do the 14 and the 4. That's kind of close. Or you could do 3 4s and a 5. That might do it. That actually would fit the total time. The optimistic total time is doing 3 4s and a 5 now that I'm thinking about it. So my awkward hand-drawn numbers are, do these searches if you're only going to use 1 bag. If you're using multiple bags, it actually wouldn't be a bad idea to do this one, because if you send 3 or 4 bags for this one, 1 search should actually do it. So that's why I'm saying stick to these searches if you're using 1 bag, but this search with 1 bag is really going to suck because there's a 70% chance, it's a 30% chance of not getting it. So stick to one of these for 1 bag, but if you're using multiple bags, this one's okay. If you're using multiple bags, these are okay too, but this one is only okay if you're doing multiple bags because of the chance of getting it. You may not get it in the first bag, but you can get it in the second, third, or fourth bag. So, but this one's a bit of a doozy. So the time cost is 5 hours. Again, we don't really have a search that evenly matches up unless you combine the 2 and the 3 hour search. That would be the best way to meet the time cost. But alternating between them is kind of annoying. The total time is even bigger. The optimistic is 19 versus 17, and the pessimistic is 57. So like the other one, if you're going to do multiple bags, I recommend that for the 8 hour one because it is a higher time cost. So even if you use multiple bags, you're not going to mess up getting items. So I would recommend that you kind of, if you can, do a combination of alternating between the 2 and 3 hour searches for this one with one bag. But if you are going to spend multiple bags, the 8 hour might be more one and done. But again, these are also cheaper and you might get it faster, but it's going to take you a minimum of a regular day to get these items. So do be careful. So for my chart, I've actually done this a bit differently. My top chart is the pessimistic of if you only get one item per bag, and then the bottom is the optimistic of if you get up to the maximum number. So it's 5 for slime, it's 4 for beads, it's 3 for the masks, and 2 for the bird skulls. So that's why, like, even 2 for the bird skulls, it's not so bad because you only need 4 of them. But I just realized I could put pictures of the items here. I'm gonna do that next time. That's a good idea, Genevieve. Thanks, Genevieve. So anyway, you can kind of look between these two charts. Your experience is not going to be strictly pessimistic. Your experience is going to be somewhere in between. So this should give you an idea. I would recommend that you start with the masks and then the bird skulls and kind of think of the pessimistic chart when you're doing the masks and the bird skulls because they are harder. But then you can lean towards the optimistic chart for the slime and the beads. I think the slime is actually hideous zippleback saliva, but I don't know for certain, but that's my thought. Anyway, also, if you want to know any of these times on the left-hand side with ads, then you want to take that number and multiply it by 0.6, and that will give you your max ad time for any of these searches. There you go. So this was my quick rapid-fire Goliam video. Good luck. You definitely want to get him. Use any of the charts in this video to try to calculate how you want to do it, and I do recommend that you stick with my recommended efficient search times. Also, I will say again that I have an entire comprehensive beginner guide video scripted. I am leaning towards making it with small videos in a playlist. I could also do it with long videos with timestamps like I normally do. So let me know what your preference is, and I will make the video to your preference. Also, if there's any topics you desperately want to be included in there, please let me know. So this was Genevieve Plays Berk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!